This is Unknown and Uncloned on the Undetermined Podcast Network.
Hello and welcome to Unknown and Uncloned, where we delve into pop culture, all art forms, and beyond. I'm one of your hosts, Rich, along with my co-hosts,
Julian Wilson and
Luis Christie.
and today we have a special guest.
Randall Taylor.
That's right.
What's good?
And Randall is he's a good friend of mine. He's also a student here at Post, and he's a very talented poet.
damn right.
And he's here to lend his perspectives and his humor and just be awesome.
Preach.
Mhm.
And this episode is dedicated to one of America's favorite holidays. I mean, people can't get enough of this. The candy, the films. Obviously, I'm talking about Halloween.
The clowns.
The scariness.
Exactly.
Boo.
And this day has been around.
I'm
for
not scared.
so-
I'm sorry.
Wait, you are what?
He said boo, and I said I'm not scared.
Of course you're not. Well, you know what, Julian? Since we're talking about Halloween, what does scare you? What is horror to you?
I hate jump scares. I hate clowns.
Don't go to Fright Fest.
I would never go to Fright Fest.
Oh, we're taking him to Fright Fest.
Oh,
Rich.
hell
We have
no.
to take him to Fright Fest.
Hell no, nah, yo.
Well, I mean, is it like you just can't handle it, or like what do you think?
I hate them.
Nah, he can't handle this.
Yo, you want to go outside? Yo,
Yo,
you want to tussle? You want to tussle?
He turned the volume down.
So do you play Alien Isolation?
No,
That game?
That game was crazy though.
no. Nah.
All right.
No.
Well, Julian.
Trying to think of a good example.
Well, you know what? Then let me ask you this.
You want to know where that started? I played the Scary Maze game when I was a kid. And then that whole thing, like, I'm sure you've seen YouTube videos where like they play the Scary Maze game and the Exorcist face pops up with the freaking, and you're wearing headphones and like loud ass volume. It's like no.
Don't even get me started.
And
Scared me.
it happened to me when I was like 8, and I was like goodbye to like everything.
So since then, you've had.
But I
an
love
aver-
Stranger Things.
Good.
Good show.
But since that moment, you've had an aversion to jump scares.
Yes.
To do you watch horror films at all? Or
Sometimes yes.
you have a favorite?
Not really. I mean, I've seen like I saw It Follows in like in recent years. I've seen It Follows. I saw The Babadook.
The Babadook.
That's just funny. The Babadook is just funny.
You laughed at the
It's just funny.
yo.
It's creepy at first and it's just funny.
I was gonna say the ending. I was like, what is this? What is going on?
Don't
make-
spoil it.
I'm
Don't
not.
spoil it.
I'm not.
Okay.
I almost
good.
let it slip.
Exactly. You know what? If you guys are looking for a Halloween movie playlist, and we're going to be building that list as the episode goes on, one film to watch, check out The Babadook. Yes, Babadook.
A movie that I am never watching again.
Really?
No.
All right, buddy. All right, buddy. We
There's
shall
like
see
there's
about
like there's like 2 parts that I'm just like no thank you.
Was,
All right.
was it the neck snapping scene?
Yes.
that. Oh, goodness. Well, Randall, you just
Yeah,
ruined it
you
for the
read in my
whole-
mind exactly. Lou, I want to see you sit through that. I want to see you sit.
Yeah.
through
You know what, Lewis?
Yo, nothing scares me.
Oh, word?
Yo, what you
Oh.
talking about?
Oh, that's a bold statement.
No, guys, Lewis
Look at
is-
his eyes are darting around. He's like, he doesn't.
No, guys, Lewis is an expert on horror. This dude has been playing horror games since as long as I've known him. Games that have scared me to the point where I just need to go in a corner and hide. This man has played.
Played my fair share, you know.
Exactly.
Like the Resident Evil series.
Yeah.
Like,
Silent Hill.
Excluding 5.
yeah, we're not counting 5. Nobody counts 5.
There we go.
That's not scary.
He's like, that's the ticket.
It's just bad.
There's 4, 3, I guess, 2, 1, 0. Yeah, those are like the scariest ones.
0, really?
Yeah, 0 was pretty scary, man.
0 to 100?
Yeah, the controls are inverted, and like, and something pops up, my mind is like, oh no, So like,
Oh, wait, there's actually a Resident Evil 0?
yeah, Resident Evil.
I thought he was trolling me for a second. I was like,
Oh, no.
No,
No.
it really was.
Yeah, it
It's
exists.
pretty scary.
And so, Lewis, what has been the appeal of these games to you? Are you just addicted to the thrill of almost being scared, of surviving? Like, what is it?
Well, I just like, I like the Resident Evil series in general. Like, I like the atmosphere combined with the gameplay, as long as, like, the mystery, bringing everything together. Which is the more, like, Resident Evil 0, 1, and 2, I think, are more, like, I can say, they're scary, don't get me wrong, but more, like, technical, because you only get, like, a limited amount of slots. You have to, like, you only get, like, 6 slots, 2 for weapons, 2 for ammo, and 1 for ink ribbon and 1 for a key item. So it's like micromanaging, so it's like very stressful. But I mean, I like that kind of stuff. So
It seems pretty realistic that way. If you were in a situation where you had to survive like that, you'd only have a certain amount of space.
Yo, Left 4 Dead, yo.
if my surviving experience is Resident Evil 1, then I'm dead. Like, damn it, I need an ink ribbon.
Yeah, if the actual survival rate for like real people was like how it was in the games, everybody be dead. Everybody be dead, yo.
Gone.
Well, Randall, what is horror for you? Do you prefer to be exposed to a jump scare? Do you want to be disturbed or creeped out? Like, what's horror for you?
Oddly enough, I like disturbed, being creeped out. I've had my fair share of mind fucks.
Me too. Me too.
I've had my fair share of those. Honestly, what scares me the most is bones cracking or like seeing like really gruesome bone injuries. I can watch all of the gore in the world. I can see someone's like eyes got like the darkest things you can think of. I cannot look at someone breaking an arm or a leg being broken or snapped.
That I was gonna bring up that relating to the bone thing. It was very disturbing for me to watch the playback of what happened to Kevin Ware.
Oh yeah,
Exactly that. That still rings in my mind.
I can't.
Bro,
Wait,
I tell you.
what are you referring to?
You never saw that injury?
You want to explain it, Randall?
All right, there was a basketball player. I think he played for University of Louisville. It was Louisville. Was it a playoff game? No, it was regular season game or play game.
No, it was
I think it was a
playoff game.
Playoff game, right? Yeah, and Louisville ended up winning that game. So the player, he went to contest a three-pointer. He landed wrong. His leg snaps, and the bone is sticking out. And he was so in shock, he couldn't feel pain. He was just there getting ready to pass out from the pain. I couldn't contest a jump shot for 3 months after that injury. That is how traumatized I was by it.
Yeah.
Yo, that stuff gets to you, man, and it sticks with you. Like you see something like that, like that's the real traumatizing stuff that you just like, oh my god.
Especially with what just happened to Boston Celtics player Gordon
Yes.
Hayward.
Yeah. And Paul George. What happened to Paul George?
Sean Livingston injury back in 2004. That's still the worst one to me. Because it's just he lands. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
I feel you. But you know what? You've just touched upon what I prefer horror to be. I don't want to see some craziness like some monster that has 8 heads. It just looks weird. Like I prefer to be like just weirded out by a story that's just creepy, disturbing, something that sticks with you for days after you see it.
It's the psychological aspect that gets to you.
That's what I want to see. Movies like The Witch, for example. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
I don't know.
It's strange, and you're not gonna forget that movie anytime soon.
Well, I think if I'd have to say what horror would have to be for people, I'd have to say is probably limits. You look at not so much physically, but you look at the limits of the psyche of the human mind, or like the limits of people's patience.
Yeah.
How many people love Lord of the Flies once they start like becoming savages and killing each other and eating each other, like things like that. People feed off of that in a society of violence. I think we love to see that level of psychological dysphoria and all of that.
Yeah, people, they feed on like violence, they feed on they feed on dark themes, and it's like, why? There's not really an answer, It's that people find that more interesting than like literally, like, I'm just gonna say sunshine and rainbows. Like, honestly,
that's the thing. Because I mean, if you think about it, there isn't anything too interesting about a happy ending. I mean, it's just like, like we enjoy seeing conflict, roads that twist and turn, plot twists.
It's about the suspense.
Yeah,
it's about the suspense, and it's about just going back to the psychological thing. It's about like the thrill of it too, because it literally makes, like, if your heart's racing or your imagination's going or what's gonna happen, the cliffhangers are perfect for that.
Yeah, it's inherent.
Yeah.
It's inherent in our nature as animals. Like
Yes.
it's inherent in our nature.
Yeah.
Our nature as animals. And you look at decades, centuries of war. It's like, what else do you expect out of people?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like fire. I admit that. Sometimes I'm even a pyro. It's human nature right there.
Yo, pyro like Spyro, you know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
You just like burning stuff. I've never committed arson. People just want to throw that out there.
Okay, good.
All legal.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. All legal.
Yeah.
It's like the worst. That's like the worst way to go out being burnt alive. Because you're still feeling everything like, oh my God.
It's a horrible way to go. But speaking of violence, I feel like there's been a shift in horror movies recently. Like certain franchises that claim to be horror movies just sort of focus on obscene amounts of violence and gore. You know, take Saw, for example.
Saw's not really like horror.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I don't consider it so much as horror because it's not really based around so much horror. It's kind of based around of how far would you go for something.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
but the base genre for that, like the platform they choose to use.
Yeah, I'm saying
how would
it's
you...
horror, but I'll probably classify it as suspense, honestly.
Yeah, I mean the main reason I say that is because of the way I've seen the marketing. Like there have been, I think Saw 7 or 6, whatever, came out on Halloween. You know, it had like that kind of an opening weekend and stuff, and the way it was advertised, it was like, ooh, it's gonna freak you out.
Fun fact: Chester from LP was in one of the Saw movies.
Wait, which one?
He was in
2?
No, he was in Saw 3D.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
So they decided to add him in when it starts going downhill.
Yeah.
Why would they do that to him?
Like the first one, like I'm not ashamed. I have seen.
I've never seen any of the Saw.
I've seen every Saw movie.
I've seen the
Yeah,
first
I can
two.
handle
I've
gore.
seen parts of it.
I can handle a lot of gore, people.
I've seen all the Saws too.
Gore's not bad for me. I don't care about gore. It's
That's
it's the psychological thing for me.
That's the thing.
No spoilers, but like Rich, you know, like the twist.
Yeah.
That
I know.
twist, I didn't see that coming. I'm just saying.
I did not. I really did not. There are some good elements in the Saw story. Like if you see the first one, like, you know, that's lauded as it's lauded as a legitimately good movie. You know, like you see these people pushed to their limits. Like you think about the circumstances and what you would do. But then 2 and 3 start coming, and then there's 4 and 3D, and you're just like, okay, like they're just finding an excuse to put these people in these crazy traps.
They're Halloweening it at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. For example,
Halloween. Yeah.
there's a new one coming out, Jigsaw. It's like they're
Wait, that's a Saw?
Yeah, exactly.
I heard it.
I don't know if it's considered a reboot. It's probably just another in the series because they're following the story.
Because
Alright,
they say he's dead, so I'm like, okay, I'm guessing just continuing it. I don't know.
Oh god.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for those of you who are unfamiliar, the series is about a man who delivers his own brand of justice. He finds people who he believes need to be punished. They may be criminals. They may be people who haven't gone to jail for their crimes yet. But he puts these people in these crazy situations with these torture devices, and he essentially just watches them try to survive and try to break out of these contraptions that he's built, and he enjoys it. You know, and it's the kind of thing where in certain movies you're like, oh wow, this guy is like, he's a murderer, he's a rapist, whatever, and you kind of think, so does he deserve it? You know, I mean, we all want people to be punished for the bad things that they do, whether or not they deserve something as crazy as Saw, you know, I wouldn't necessarily agree with, but that's one of the ideas that they play with. They want to challenge like the morality of the viewer.
And everyone has different perspectives, so you mess with people's heads, yo. I mean,
exactly.
Everyone's gonna have a different answer and a different view on it, like always.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, there's like a bootleg. It's not like so much a bootleg, but the base of Saw. There's a movie on Netflix called Would You Rather, and
I think I don't know what it's about, but
it's about a millionaire who I think he's about to what is he, about to die or something like that.
Okay.
And he decides to hold a game. So he emails random contestants for a sweepstakes and has them all come over to the house to play a game called Would You Rather. And every person obviously has their own agenda. I think it's for like $1 million. And the main female protagonist, she has to get money for her brother's surgery to cure his illness.
Okay.
So he has to play games called Would You Rather, and he gives you two choices. Like, one choice is, would you rather shoot this guy in the head or hold your breath underwater for like 2 to 5 minutes?
Whoa.
I'll let you figure out. I'll figure out what happens on your own.
So basically, the answer is like, would you rather
kill someone?
Yeah, I mean,
or almost die.
You know,
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And the motivation, the money.
Money rules the world, man.
It does in many ways.
It does. Like everything comes down to profit.
Good old capitalism.
Yeah, man.
And I don't want to divulge from the topic for too much, but I mean, really, money has just such a hold on us, man. In a way, money is our God. And I know that sounds crazy to say, but if you think about it, it literally provides everything. I wouldn't have a meal or a warm bed to sleep in, a place to share with my family without that bread.
Yo, going back to the cliche that people, you know, that money brings happiness. That money equals happiness. It doesn't equal happiness, but it's the vehicle towards your happiness.
Exactly. It can bring you to certain circumstances that enable you to be happier. You know, but it's not actually gonna.
It brings you a vice of joy.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely bring you
vice
joy.
of joy.
And that security, of course. But anyway,
all that on another episode.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, we're gonna get into that.
We'll discuss that in another episode.
Oh yeah. No, that has to be. I think that needs to be discussed. It's important.
Yeah, it does. But Halloween horror itself has branched into so many mediums. You know, there's horror movies out there. There's tons of scary video games. You know, there's weird
TV shows.
Yeah, there are series. There's art out there. And there's more recently, I'm sure all of you guys know about this website, Creepypasta.
Yep.
Yep.
Never going on.
Creepypasta is a platform online where people can upload their own original horror stories. All sorts of very, very imaginative fiction that will stick with you. And I don't know if you guys have read any, but, well, one that we all know that has originated from Creepypasta, the Slender Man.
No.
Yep.
Yep. It spawned a game. There's even been a news story in which a woman, a young girl, I'm not sure which state it was in, but she ended up stabbing a friend of hers. She well, not necessarily a friend, but she ended up stabbing another child. I think she's like 8 years old. And when confronted about why she committed a stabbing, she explained she was ordered to by Slender Man. It was some crazy scenario like that.
All psychological, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I went there was one time before I went like a whole month like paranoid as hell about the Slender Man. I was like,
really?
Yeah, the Slender Man it's creepy. Did you see this 8 foot tall skinny thing? Looks like he's wearing a suit, no face,
like with tentacles.
Yeah,
that kind of reminds me of like when you know how pivotal the movie Psycho was, and then people were afraid to take showers. You know, I'm gonna get stabbed when I go in the freaking shower. You know, because
that has become a trope in
that's
many
like a
movies.
pinnacle example.
Exactly.
Classic movies from back in the day, like, and like now that even stuff like that's been reinvented into like Bates Motel, which is like a TV, like a current TV show and stuff like that. I don't watch it, but I heard it's good.
But that clip from Psycho, the reason that kind of thing has become so popular is because it preys on what will make us afraid. Like in moments of vulnerability, you know, we don't want to be exposed or attacked in a time where, you know, we're supposed to feel completely at ease.
I think that's what it is, yeah.
Exactly. That disruption of comfort, that suspense in that moment, very scary. Very scary.
Yeah, man.
But like when it comes to creepypastas, which ones have you guys read? If you have.
I honestly haven't really.
Yeah, not much really. Just like mainly like the Slender Man.
I'm familiar with Slender Man.
Man, I know about the Russian sleep experiment, Ben drowned, Jeff the Killer.
Oh yeah, Smile Dog.
Yep, Jeff the Killer. Yep.
Jeff the Killer creeped me out when I was like in late high school because I saw that face. I was like,
you don't even. You just remind me.
Oh, here we go. About to get into it.
This friend of mine, he's one of my closest friends. His name is Ephraim. Luis.
Yeah.
You're very familiar with him, but he pranked me. And
Oh no.
He didn't realize how badly this prank messed me up.
Oh.
But
That's good. That's good.
I was probably like a freshman in high school at the time, and we were like chatting online, back when like AOL was popular or whatever, or maybe it was MySpace, I don't know. But the point is, he sent me a GIF or a GIF. I still messed that up. I'm pretty sure it's
I think
GIF.
it's a GIF, man.
It is GIF, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I grew up saying GIF. Nobody corrected me until I was like 19. But anyway,
Yo, tomatoes, all right.
GIF, yeah.
no one ever told you it just wasn't peanut butter.
Yeah.
Seems like that would be the quickest response.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, yo, Jiffy, out in the Jiffy, man.
He sent you peanut butter?
No, I was talking
Exactly.
PB&J was never the same for me again.
That's what someone should ask. Like, what? So he sent you peanut butter?
I was talking to my friend Ephraim, and he sends me this link in the chat box, and he's like, "Yo, click this." I'm like,
I will.
okay, well, I trust you. You're my friend. It can't be that bad, right? And is this?
And
now,
at
keep
that
in mind.
Yeah.
Rich knew.
Keep in
He
mind.
fucked up.
At the time, it was very late at night. I should have been sleeping at school the next day. It was like 1 a.m. Room was, of course, it was the perfect freaking condition. Room was pitch black, pitch black room, no sound throughout the house, just me and a lit screen with an open, empty closet behind me that looks infinitely black when you look.
The screen is
towards
lit.
it.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I didn't know what it was. I was just like, okay,
I-
send it to me. It's probably something funny. Clicked on it. Jeff the Killer's face flashing like in and out of like negative color. And it was like, oh gosh, it was so freaky. So freaky. It was the kind of thing where like it's so bright and startling that even when you close your eyes, you still kind of see the outline.
Well, that's kind of how I felt with the Exorcist face popping up on my screen because I was sitting in my chair, like headphones on blast. Man.
Oh god.
Playing the scary maze. I'm like, oh, I just almost made it to the end because it does this thing where like you control like a mini cube through a maze and you cannot touch the corners of the maze or else it resets. So it reset like twice and I was like, all right, so that's what happens. That's fine. I got to the end and it hit the thing a third time and that's when the face took up the entirety of my whole monitor. And then it was like a screeching, like screeching scream. I tossed my headphones and I turned on my computer. I was like, I'm done. I turned on my computer. I was done.
That was enough.
And I was, because that was like, from that young of an age, I was like, I'm not ever like, I had an aversion to that after that. I had an aversion to like the whole, like jump scares and all that stuff. Because I was just like,
I know what you
okay.
mean. I encountered that same Exorcist face too. I was playing this game called What's Wrong with This Picture? And it's like, you probably played it too.
I think.
It was just like, it seems like a pretty harmless game, like click on what should not be in this image. Just a random like living room. You're like, okay, some casual like jazz music going.
Oh no.
And the thing is, of course, it waits for like 2 minutes in to the point where you're like really staring into the picture, like really focusing.
Yeah.
And then hits you.
Damn.
I was
I
never
hate
sick.
those type of games.
I know.
Like, I'm pretty sure that everybody knows of Five Nights at Freddy's.
I hate that too. Actually, no, listen.
That's been memed at this point.
Yeah.
So mean.
What did they have? Like 4 games already of it?
Like
5.
5 or 6.
They have 5,
like
and
that?
and apparently they were gonna make I don't know if it got canceled or whatever, or
series?
no, they were gonna make a show or like a movie or something, like a legit. And I'm like, why? No, go away.
Show would have been a terrible idea. That would have like plummeted in ratings.
You think so?
Seriously.
Like, what would the plot be?
It would just
Somebody
be
dying in the pizzeria every night. Like,
No.
There's no character to it. Like what? What do you do with that?
It's based on a game. Like you
You know,
are
people
the
will still
character.
watch it though. People will still watch it. They'd be like, "Oh, this is so dope."
Oh my God.
Because
You know what? I know what would happen. They would
I-
invent a protagonist. They'd be like, "Oh, Jerry, random average dude goes into this place to, to do the job. I believe it's like you play someone who is security at an amusement park or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not an amusement park. It's like a Chuck E. Cheese type of place. It's based off of off a broke down Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, Chuck E.
Never went to Chuck E. Cheese.
Really?
Pause everything. What?
You never had that?
I may have when I was like little, but I don't remember anything. So,
dude, your next birthday, we're going to Chuck E. Cheese. All right.
You know, Julian, I really treasure this friendship. I hope you do too.
Listen, let's just go to Wing Zone and call it a day. All right.
No, you're going to Chuck E. Cheese in the ball pit.
No.
That's another thing.
I'd rather play Silent Hill.
Oh, would you really?
No.
Not PT. Not
No.
PT. Not PT, but
Well, the game is.
I know.
Yeah.
But nobody no, but there's another game like that they're making that's
Really?
literally the same exact thing.
Oh, what is it?
I don't remember what it's called.
God damn it, Julian.
And there's like and then there was like a hard game that people made about a mannequin game. It's like every time you blink, the mannequin moves closer.
No, that's SCPO.
No, it's not.
It's not SCP Containment Breach.
No. No, it's like you're in a mall at night and like your character like automatically blinks every so often, and every time it blinks, then they move close with you. Now, obviously, if they move close enough, they kill you.
I swear that sounds like SCP Containment Breach.
That's not what it's called.
Maybe that game has
I'll
a
look it up.
similar type of concept.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Think about like
I got you.
what was the scariest game you guys encountered when you were kids, like growing up?
Oh. Okay.
What's up?
No, it dates back to Resident Evil 4. Okay. I think you play Resident Evil 4?
I played it a bit. I actually had the game, but my friend had it, so I played it at his house.
Okay, so this is one boss, and
I think I know exactly.
was one boss going through the game. It's near the end of the game. The boss name is called U3.
Oh, goodness.
Cause it looks like this. I don't know.
It's
Obviously,
deformed.
It's grotesque.
Like, and the thing is, had like the organ playing music, and you're hanging from a cliff, from these cage things hanging from a cliff, and this thing comes in and is like
No.
trying to kill you. So he's jumping on top of the thing, looking for you, and you have to quick time dodge his shit, and then you have to try to click some buttons to get to the next cage. But it's just the ominous feeling.
Yeah.
That boss traumatized me so much. I did not play the game for 3 months.
Mine was House of Dead 2 on the Dreamcast.
House of the
Dead.
Which boss?
It wasn't just. It was just the whole zombie feeling. Cause I'm like 3 or 4 years old. My sister has a Dreamcast, and we just go from playing Sonic Adventure, playing Crazy Taxi, to her putting on House of Dead, and me over there, crying my eyes out. Like, what is that?
Oh my gosh, yo, dude. By the way, the game is called Late Night Shop.
Late night. Oh wow.
I think I heard of that one before.
Yeah. It's I can't. Well, the listeners can't see it, but whatever. Just look it up. It can be played with or without VR.
Wow.
What was your
sounds
scariest
like
game as a kid, Julian?
It's a good question. Yeah, you might as well just play the whole theme song again.
Julian, what's your favorite game that you played? Scary. I don't know.
I mean, probably Silent Hill. One of the Silent Hills, probably the first one.
Rich.
Same. I remember playing Silent Hill. It was either 1 or 2. It was on a friend's PS1. I was at their house, and it was a Sunday evening. I remember because this was such a scary moment.
It was a bright Sunday evening.
And it was the character was going through some hospital. They were going into different rooms, and what happened was I encountered the legendary Pyramid Head.
Oh no!
Freaked me the F out. And ever since that, I only played that game for a little bit, probably like 6 or 7. I never bought any horror games since. I still don't actually own any horror games.
I don't own any horror games either.
All right, here's one to really think about.
Okay.
The scariest non-horror game. Like, it could be like a kid's game with a really scary moment.
Okay.
Mine had to be, honestly, as a little kid, it was like Paper Mario on the N64. And you're
no,
at the chapter. You're at
I
that
get that.
chapter where you think the mayor got murdered. The mayor penguin got murdered, and so you go in there. You know everything's fine. You see a dead penguin, an unconscious penguin on the floor. X's for eyes. This is the '90s,
Oh
so
my
you think he's dead. And I'm just like,
Oh my god.
I'm sitting there with the lights off and nothing lighting my room but the game screen. I'm like, I don't want to play anymore.
See, that's the worst when you're just in complete darkness and all you have is the screen of whatever you're doing. And
Music
it's just
stops.
like-
Music stops.
Oh,
Game
when
text.
the music stops, when it's a game with like the soundtrack keeps going, and then when you get to a particular part and it just is silent, and it's like, that plays with you, yo. That messes with you so much because then you're just expecting, and then every step like, you hear you hear the footsteps, or like, oh, then you'll hear something, and it'll stop. Silent Hill was very good at that. But it was just like just nothing. Just
I mean, it was called Silent Hill. You know.
listen, I know, but I'm just like, it's just good. It's a good tactic to use.
No, it is. It is.
You could argue it was the core for jump scare games today. That's what they do a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's really, but that isn't really like scary to me. That's startling, but
Same thing, in a way.
yeah, it is. It is
Startling,
the same in a way.
shocking. What same thing?
Yeah.
You could argue it's like the same type of thing.
Everyone remembers, or was it Mother 2, Mother 3, with the final boss?
No,
I forgot. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I forgot. Damn.
So should I just spoil what the final boss of that game is right now?
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
literally a fetus. You're fighting a giant fetus.
That's weird.
It's so scary. Like, and there's like really creepy music playing late.
Oh my god.
And because it gets even scarier once you realize what the outlining is of the background for the fight. It's really creepy.
ooh.
It's because the director had like a bad experience with it or something, and like he was just traumatized by it from being a little kid, and he put it into the game. I'm like, why would you put that on other little kids?
Dude,
That's why it was Japan only.
isn't that the game with Ness? Right.
It's with Lucas,
Lucas. Okay.
the sadder one.
Oh.
You know, a lot of depression.
I kind of want to play it now.
Speaking of depression, there's a game. I think it's on PS3 or 4. I don't remember, but it's called Limbo. And
I believe it's on the 4 too.
And that and that game, like, it's just the atmosphere of it. It's just like you're playing like a silhouette of a kid. Like his eyes are white. That's the only thing that's like that you can
I know
tell.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then
know
like
this game.
the whole ground is black, and like the background is all like blurry. So and then there's no music. You just walk. You just go on. You just go through the missions and stuff. You know, shit just pops out of nowhere. Like a giant ass spider will come out of nowhere, and you have to like not die, or there'll be like a boulder that you have to like dodge, or you have to like swing from this vine to get high. And it's like it just changes landscapes, and it's like such a simple concept, but it works really well for like the genre too.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Speaking about scary games and stuff, Outlast.
I knew someone had to say
Outlast is one of the scariest game series. The two games, the DLC. That game is scary as hell. Because the only thing you have to do, you have to run away, and like the concept is just messed up, twisted, demented.
There's no escape. You're just running away. How long can you survive?
Just run away from these guys. You can't escape from them. Like you can't fight them. You can't shoot them. You have to escape from them.
Oh, you can't fight or shoot them?
No, there's no fighting back.
Yo,
The most you can get is like a flare to use for lighting in hallways, and that's about it. Or like a flare gun to distract them. You cannot attack. Oh, and your player has stamina. So if you're like sprinting and he gets tired, he's going to be walking for like a full 30 seconds.
The realism is too much.
oh, that's a long time.
Like a full
You really
like
have to,
15 to 30 seconds. You're walking.
Which means that you actually have to pay attention to how much you have and like really try to strategize with it.
Yeah.
You can't just no, my god.
Just like in real life.
Outlast got me messed up. And the second one just, I don't know.
There's a second Outlast?
Yeah, this just came out not too long ago, but
about a year ago.
Really? A year ago?
Was there a year ago?
No, I don't.
No,
think
probably like a month.
And then
few
there
months
was
ago.
another game, what was it, Dying Light or something?
I've heard about
Dying Light-
that.
Dying Light is scary.
Yeah.
Dying Light is real scary.
I
I never
mean-
played it, but I know that's scary.
Isn't that mostly like cutscene, like a quick time events and stuff like that? Like where you press buttons and like, or you have to make choices, and
Yeah.
every choice you make like affects the story somehow.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how The Witcher is, but that's a separate thing.
Yeah. And it's like, with the evolution of horror comes the way that we experience it as well.
Yeah.
Because there's VR now, guys.
Yo, VR.
No. VR, fuck that. I am not. Fuck that. I am not. I have nowhere to go. I have to be. Oh, shit. They just throw it up.
Right. That's right.
You literally can't be like near your kitchen if you're wearing VR.
No.
Like if you're in your living room, you have to make sure there's no glass by you because you will like trip out.
No people. Just punch someone by accident because you're flailing your arms or whatever.
Zombie!
Yeah.
Just clap your brother in the face.
Yo, my bad, yo. Nah, yo, I'm not taking that, yo. No, it's for real. Like, it's just VR changed the game. Changed the game.
Got it.
No, but it seriously did though, because like now that it's here and like a lot more and more stuff is coming out for it, like there really is no escape. You put that on, like I guarantee you, like you put it on, it's like you can't even make it past the first hallway. You're like, I can't, just can't do it, because it's all around you. It uses all your senses. It's you're actually immersed in like the environment.
It's full immersion. Like you can't. There's no level beyond that. Honestly, like what? I mean, I know that, well, like with technology, things are going to keep evolving and changing and being upgraded, but what is more intense than a VR horror game?
Everywhere around you is the game. You're hearing everything. They have VR smell too, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. For like specific games.
Wow.
So like, I'm just saying like, it uses up every single scent. Can you imagine? Like you're walking down a hallway, like you smell the scent of like a dead body or something. He's like, oh, like there's just like, they could do that type of stuff now. And it's like crazy what they can actually do with video games now.
Like what is going to be next? Some sort of upgrade where you can actually feel things? And then...
They have that. I think they have that I think they have that for shooting games.
What?
I think, yeah. Weren't you the one that told me that they have like a full body? When we were talking about on the virtual reality episode, Lou, when they have like a full body gear, like VR gear you put on, and you can actually like feel like the bullets hit you or whatever. Like it's like a pain simulator or something.
Like wasn't that?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if it was you, but someone told me that, and like it's like a thing. Like I think it's like you there's like a simulator like that.
Wow.
And it's like. I mean, I don't know who wants to go through that, but because that's like crazy.
That's intense. That is intense. I could not handle that.
It's not just really a game at that point.
It's way more, man.
It's an experience. Like you're like actually somewhat. Yeah.
It's gonna be something that stays with you.
Actually, a moment in a game that actually scared me like shitless. I was in my room. I was playing BioShock 1. So I was in this. It was near the beginning of the game. You fight the. Did you play it, Randall? Did you play BioShock 1?
No, I have not.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm just gonna.
The squirrel was just chilling there.
Yo, I saw that and I was just like,
what is that?
I was like, Outlast? Outlast?
Dude, you're getting scared by a squirrel. Yo, you need to stay indoors for Halloween.
Nah, yo. Actually, I don't think I'm doing anything for Halloween.
That's what jump scares do to you, Rich.
It's true.
They make you see things.
You start paying attention to everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna.
Look, I'm just glad I don't hallucinate, yo.
Yeah.
Hallucinations are real, yo.
But Luis, you were saying.
Okay.
He's like,
okay.
Yeah, I'll think about this now.
Scariest moment.
Yeah.
BioShock 1. Near the beginning of the game, so you're in like this. In this building on BioShock, it takes place underwater. So you're the first boss is you have to fight this dentist. But you have to fight this like psychotic dentist. No,
I don't want you taking my teeth, yo.
No, he's not a dentist. He's a plastic surgeon. So it's like he's crazy. But before you get to him, you have to go through some rooms and stuff and like get some items. So this is one room that was submerged in water and like waist high. So you have to go get it. Blah blah blah. Okay, open the chest. Bam, get my item. There's a fog just comes out of nowhere. Gets mad foggy. I'm like, what the hell did that happen for? I'm like, okay. I turn around. There was somebody standing directly behind me. I was like, oh shit! I threw my controller. Because I didn't expect that when you first played. I didn't expect, I turned around, somebody was behind me. That scared me so much. I threw my controller, oh shit.
Yo, even in real life, there will be like people, like friends or like whoever, like they'll be behind me, or they'll like, and I'll be like, where'd you come from? I didn't hear them.
Yeah.
I didn't sense them, and it's just like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, yo, it's just crazy, like how like it's just like things like that. It's like, where'd you come from? Like, I didn't hear you.
That's the thing, man. Anything that can fool your senses is just inherently scary.
That's what it is, yeah. And your senses, I mean, to a degree, they can be easily tricked.
Yeah. You guys planning to watch any scary movies anytime soon? I actually saw Happy Death Day.
God.
Watched it last night.
Can I just say something? Tyler and I went to see. It was like an indie movie. I think it was called Ingrid Goes West. That's not a horror movie. It's like just an indie movie. Mm-hmm. And then, but they showed there was like the Happy Death Day banner or poster. And Tyler was like, "This looks so dumb," and I was just like, and then I was like, look, I looked at the trailer. I'm like, I mean, that's a messed up concept to begin with.
It is,
but. I mean, it's kind of cool, but like he was just like, "This looks so stupid." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Guess you're not seeing this movie."
I mean, it's. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's in terms of being scary. It was more of like an adventure, almost like comedy-ish than actual fear. I mean, then again, that's kind of subjective. Maybe another person would be like, "Oh gosh, that was so scary," but no, not me. And it plays off of the Groundhog Day concept.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, reliving an entire day, which I think we need to have another episode based on that. Just because there's actually a lot of movies that have played off that concept since. There's at least like 6 or 7.
Really?
And I've watched all of them because I really like the original.
You better send me that list, man. We're gonna have to have like a movie session or something.
Yeah. But Randall, Luis, you guys planning on seeing anything in theaters?
No. I hate scary movies in the movie theater.
Really?
That's the quickest way to traumatize me. Like,
yo, I know you want to go to IMAX.
Nah, son.
And 3D.
Nah, son.
Because the combination of IMAX
like
and
the
3D.
surround sound, it's mad loud, it's dark. It's the perfect place to get a heart attack. It's like
no, for real.
No, the problem is you can't be in there with people because people don't shut up in the theater these days. Really,
that's always the issue.
It's always been like that, but it's a lot worse these days.
When I say movie and it's like mad empty, I'm like, yo, thank you, because it's like nobody.
Yeah,
you hear in the background. Oh, it's like shut.
And there's always somebody who's laughing at like the most inappropriate or serious moments.
Or they're trying to be like that one funny person in the movie theater.
Yeah, like
this isn't a classroom, yo.
Like, we're not here to be entertained by you. There's a 50-inch screen for that. No, it's a 50-foot screen for
exactly.
However the length is, there's a screen for that. Like,
actually, I was in a movie with my friends. I forgot which movie I saw, but it wasn't that good. So, like, it was supposed to be scary, but it wasn't, and we got people sitting behind us. Actually, like, made the movie mad funny. It was like, it made the movie. I forgot which movie I saw, but the people that were sitting behind us made the movie, like, mad funny. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I was like, sometimes it works, but no.
It can.
Most of the time, it's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just want to watch the movie. I don't want to hear anyone commentate about it. I'm like, this isn't ESPN, man.
That reminds me of like this fascination that we have with viewing and reacting, this new kind of thing that's taken over the internet. Where
reaction
it's like
videos?
Yeah, and not just that, like not just a reaction video, but like almost like a playthrough or like an experience or a video where you're watching a movie or a clip or playing a game, and it's like there's another person involved or a group of people. And it makes me wonder, like, why that has become so popular. Like, it's funny, but I feel like it's gotten to a level of popularity that I didn't expect.
I didn't even know it was around until my sister like came in. I'm playing video games because normally like I'll play a video game, but I'll be like watching like certain sports videos or anime videos on YouTube.
Right.
She was like, "You're like those people on YouTube that are, that like have videos of them watching videos of people playing games." I'm like, "What? There's something like that?"
It has grown a lot in popularity.
Every gamer has watched a walkthrough or like a help me guide video video on YouTube. This is nothing new. So when you come in here and tell me about people watching videos of videos, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
She's like, you millennials. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. I'm like, I don't know what that is. How do you tell me that?
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, as opposed to like just watching a trailer, there's this new thing now where people will look up a trailer reaction.
Yeah.
Just like you're watching
Mostly
somebody
for big
react
trailers.
to something that.
Oh, check out this trailer reaction to
Yeah.
the Justice League trailer, or like, I don't know, like, I don't know, another big movie.
I just don't get why you want to like watch so many reactions in the first place, and the like reactions to funny videos. I get, but it's like just trailers. Like, okay.
I think part of it is that people they're curious to see if the person reacting has the same reaction that they did when they saw the trailer.
Yeah, I feel like it stems to some degree from loneliness. That's part of my theory,
Or just curiosity.
and that as well. But it's like in this digital age where we mostly interact with each other through screens and messages, it's just like it's an easier way to feel like you're interacting with somebody. You know, like when you see somebody
true.
there who's
not a
having
lie.
a similar emotion as you, it can sort of ease that feeling for some people.
They can be comforting.
Yeah. I think that's another part of it.
And I think also a big downside is that people also lose their hook on, you know, reality and being in the outside world. Like, people sit there and they'll be on social media so much that they forgot how to interact with people in real life.
Yeah. Or like they'll like shift their I don't know. Like they'll be different in person than they like they'll feel more comfortable behind the phone or the computer or whatever.
Oh, there was always that one person in high school that was just didn't talk to anybody but posted everything on Facebook.
Yeah.
That comes down to a comfort thing too.
It does. But I think I realized we've hit a problem in society when I'm helping my professor run a campus fair at my job. I work at the writing center, and literally all the freshmen are, you know, going around looking at different clubs. When I start hearing people talk in memes and hashtags, I like to think there's a problem with society today.
That's a topic for another episode. Memes.
That in itself is scary.
Yeah.
It very much is. All I heard was dank meme language. I'm like, yo, stop. The cringe.
the cringe. I would watch that if that was like a horror comedy spoof series like The Office or something. I'd watch that. The cringe.
Like, yo.
That's an idea. That's a future
LMAO.
idea. You can do that. That's a future idea.
STFU, bro.
LOL.
Yeah.
LOL.
See? Don't do that,
LMAO.
Louis.
Exactly.
LMFAO.
Lamau.
Raffle.
If anyone watches Sword Art Online Abridged, you will understand that joke.
Yes.
Oh, they have Sword Art Online Abridged now?
Yes.
Oh,
my god.
Show it to him. You
It's going-
have to
it's-
watch
yeah,
it.
It's going down.
Hey, bro.
Boy.
Wait, no.
Do you know how me
You can watch the abridged series. You can watch the abridged series, or you can watch people reacting to the abridged series.
What is this? Would you rather? What is this?
Stop it, Rich.
Or you can watch people reacting to the reactions of the abridged series.
They have that too.
I do have that. I've seen that. They do have that.
I think it's like the FBE, the FBE channel. They have like they did it with Linkin Park. It's like reaction. It's like fans react to Linkin Park. Okay, that's one.
Okay.
Linkin Park reacts to fans reacting to Linkin Park. That's another one. And then it's like fans reacting to Linkin Park reacting to the fans.
What is wrong with us?
That's literally 3 separate videos, and I've seen all of them.
What is wrong with us?
What the hell is wrong with you?
This is our
It was so
society.
funny. It was so funny.
This is our society today, and people don't see a problem with it.
And
I'm
they
like,
all
that's-
get 5 million views.
That's bad. Like, that is a problem.
But
That's a problem. Like, I don't know how to specify the problem, but that's an issue.
Yo, just get Steve Harvey to talk about all this, yo.
He'll get all the name titles wrong, though.
bro, that's the horror story
He'll
right
probably
there.
Lincoln Park. You mean Eisenhower? People Eisenhower Park here. Like,
Oh my goodness.
Yo, you mean Central Park? My
exactly.
dude?
I was gonna say that one next.
Oh my
Gonna mess up
goodness.
all the names.
Oh man.
And then he's gonna watch Happy Death Days. He'll be like, man, what is this? I don't know what this is.
Steve Harvey. Oh, you know, I would watch a video of Steve Harvey reacting.
Steve Harvey Dent.
Stop.
Oh,
He
man.
lifts weights now, and it's like the funniest thing ever.
Really?
Watching Steve Harvey lift weights is hilarious.
I thought you were talking about Harvey Dent. I'm like, but Harvey Dent,
Two-Face.
Two-Face,
But his face though.
Two-Face,
Oh,
Two-Face. I'm done. I can't.
But-
Continuing.
Oh man. All Hallows Eve, guys. Eat candy.
Hallows Eve.
Enjoy. You know. All you guys who are listening, if any of you are actually listening on Halloween, we thank you for taking time out of your trick-or-treating schedule.
Thank you.
To
Watch out for clowns.
to enjoy this.
Are you reading my mind? I'm reading yours and reading watch out for the clowns,
Oh my
man.
goodness, the clowns.
I guarantee we see a viral clown epidemic on Halloween.
No, it's gonna happen.
Guaranteed.
I'm pretty sure they're like gearing up for like this.
Yeah.
I
It's gonna happen. No, listen, there's gonna be some dude out there in Nebraska who's gonna
no,
be...
not even in Nebraska here, man.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On this
anywhere.
campus, like
I'm not coming here.
probably on this campus, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They did it one time before when the clown outbreak
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that actually continues through the years because people.
They love clowning
Once-
around.
Facts.
I can't believe
No,
it.
End the show on that note right
I
there.
can't believe you.
End it right
Thanks for
there.
tuning in.
Stop with me, guys. Come on.
Just stop. Just end it right there. Show's over.
Watch out for the red balloons. Don't go near any sewage holes.
Nope. Listen, if you lost your paper boat, then too damn
Make
bad
another
for
one.
You. Exactly.
Make another one.
For all New Yorkers, he doesn't have a fresh pair of Timbs down there.
Oh,
For
yo.
real. Stay away from any banana
Make a
peels.
paper plane and fly away, okay?
Balloon animals. Clowns. I feel, but you know what? Out of all this, out of the crazy clown situation, I really feel bad for the people who are trying to make a living being actual clowns. Because they're getting screwed. They're getting really
Bro,
screwed.
it's called the circus, okay? It's called...
It's called cheap parenting. They will be okay. They will make their
Oh,
living.
no.
They will make their living.
I'm just saying, man. Like
It's called cheap alcohol.
there are some clowns.
That is how they will make their living.
I mean, come on, man.
Almost,
Like,
oh my goodness.
there are some clowns out
Oh,
there
my
who are
cheeks.
just like they've taken a dip in business because of all this BS.
Bunch of clowns.
Exactly.
I mean, Ronald McDonald's did take a hit after all them Ronald McDonald videos.
Yo.
With Jack in the Box.
Yeah, Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald versus the Burger King. All right.
I saw that one.
Bruh, that's an obvious battle.
And then Colonel Sanders is on the side like, yo, man, come on.
Obviously, he's the colonel. He has the war experience. The king is royalty. He doesn't have any experience fighting. The clown, he uses what? He's going to use a balloon animal
He's gone
as a
on
sword? Come on.
He's gone on bunches of wacky adventures, Rich. Show that man some respect.
Oh, excuse me. He's been through so much.
What if
Mr. Ronald
What
McDonald.
if they actually? Okay, this is gonna be disgusting. But what if fast food chains made cereals? McDonald's cereal, Burger King cereal.
Oh my God! Processed cereal. Oh. No.
I mean, cereals. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say cereal is processed. You know, to a degree.
Now, that is a horror movie concept, right?
Why is my cereal so greasy?
Yo, listen. Look, you don't need milk. You just need mad grease. I just pour that in there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
McDonald's fries is like a cereal now.
Oh my.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Certain companies are branching out. KFC, I think a year or two ago, they
Tater
gave us
tot
some
cereal.
sunscreen.
What?
No, it's real.
Wait, what happened?
Wait.
KFC sunscreen.
Chicken grease sunscreen?
It actually did have an SPF level, so it did actually protect you from the sun's rays,
Are you
but it
sure?
made you smell like chicken.
Are you sure it's not a?
So it's
it's
chicken
legit.
grease sun. So I was right. It's
grease.
chicken grease sunscreen.
I'm not sure if it's actually the grease. I know that it smells like chicken. I don't know if there's actual.
It's still chicken grease sunscreen, no matter how you put it.
Exactly.
But the point is,
Listen, drumstick.
branching out.
I don't care. All right. Give me that bucket.
All they do is put like UV over the freaking chicken grease, and that was it. And like, here, sell this to people. Put some lotion in there and sell it to people.
They won't know the difference.
Now you get to fry like our chicken too.
Oh no! They would actually.
that's
I got-
great.
That's amazing.
That's great.
Wow, I'm more brown than usual.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
Oh my god.
this episode has been. We've gone from talking about gore and decapitation to Kentucky Fried sunscreen.
But we gotta mention the classic, like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, the classics.
Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah, those.
Freddy
Yeah.
versus Jason.
Yeah, but
you know.
I'm getting sick of these remakes. Son.
All
Like,
they've been
there's a lot
memed.
of-
They're not scary to me anymore. Once you've been memed, I lose so much credibility for you. Like
They're still classic. I mean, you gotta give
they're
credit
classics.
to the
Yeah, like the 70s, 80s movies are
Right.
classics, but like once it's been memed for so long,
I know.
I can't really take it seriously anymore because that seems like what a lot of horror movies are based on.
Yeah.
Meme humor.
And then you had even Scream, which was turned into a series, which actually did
I watched
pretty
the
well.
series. It actually
was good?
It was decent.
I
It was
forgot
decent.
about Scream. I legit forgot about Scream.
Wasn't there a recent remaster of like of a scary movie? There was a
I'm
recent,
sure.
not
I'm
it, but it
sure.
was a different one. It was just me, like all I saw was just memes of it. I can't think of the movie.
Well, I've never seen The Shining in full.
Oh, that's a great flick. That's a great flick.
You've never seen The Shining?
I never saw Silence of the Lambs.
Oh,
The lotion in the basket.
I haven't seen that either. I do know
And
that
rub
reference.
the lotion on the skin until it gets the hose again, Julian.
What? That sounds so
So
inappropriate.
that
out of
door's
context.
right there. I think I'm just gonna moonwalk out of here. I'm gonna moonwalk out of here, yo.
Oh, so we just ignore Hannibal Lecter? Okay.
wait, no. Hannibal Lex Luthor.
That's the
Okay,
thing.
so the door's right there.
Yeah, so,
You just twist it.
You just twist it.
You just twist it slightly, about 45 degrees.
You're gonna make a
about
left?
90-degree angle.
You're gonna
and
make
then
a
you
left,
pull.
and then the
Look at
door,
this mathematics.
the door straight ahead.
You make a right and you go down.
You get the hell out of here.
The Uber's already here.
Yo,
Yeah.
Uber.
Your Uber driver is already outside waiting
His
for
name
you.
is
And-
Hassan.
in the clown outfit.
No, it twist. He's actually Slender Man.
Show's over.
Goodbye.
Ending credits, Rich.
Wait,
Well, the show actually is about to be over.
wait I was trying to remember that there was another thing that's like something.
no,
I forgot.
no.
It'll
Speak
come back.
words, Julian.
I'm trying.
It's alright.
Hurry up.
Rem- Oh, I'm waiting for the trap
I
remix.
don't remember. I don't remember anymore.
Oh, all right. Well,
God damn it,
I
Julian.
guess I'll let's do the trap remix of the Jeopardy theme another time. Then that's fine. All right. But guys, we really hope that this discussion on horror
Didn't scare you.
took the words right out of my mouth. You slick bastard.
Pause.
What?
What?
No, play. As a matter of
Oh,
fact,
wait.
fast forward.
What?
But anyway,
Fast forward, like
you know,
like
'cause people-
flash forward, not flash back.
The door's still unlocked, Julian.
Yeah, you right. You right. You right.
Yo, by the end of this episode, I feel like Randall's gonna be carrying Julian out of the door.
We've been experiencing technical difficulties.
Is there mass static?
Screaming in the back.
I gave you a chance, Julian. I gave you a chance.
Oh, stop! No!
Do you guys have any recommendations for our viewers who want to be scared or they want to see something like genuinely scary? Like, what would you suggest? Or play something that's genuinely scary.
Outlast, I guess.
Yep, definitely.
Silent Hill.
I can't. The stuff that it's so creepy is just. I can't do it. If I give a recommendation, it's like it has to be a disclaimer. Like there's something on YouTube called Chip and the Black Boy. It's like it was like
Chip
public
and the
Black Boy.
And the
Like
Black Boy?
yeah, it's not anything like offensive or anything, but it's
Okay.
like a little black puppet. And it's like someone's like just mouthing out stuff. It's really creepy.
Yo, Chip and Dale right
It's
now.
back when people had like ability to use public access.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, they'll string of weird shows, and it's
Oh.
like really creepy. It's really creepy. It creeped me out, and I don't really get creeped out that much.
Cool. You know what? I'm gonna check it
Yo.
out. Thanks for the suggestion.
So casual. You know what I mean?
It's on my YouTube search history right now. I got you.
You said colon and the black what?
Chip
and the Black
Boy. Colon?
What did you say?
What are you feeling? We talking like a vegan now?
This is what I. Hey, don't insult vegans.
Yo.
You're not even a vegan, Rich.
Boy.
No,
Boy.
but what if I told you I actually plan to be one day?
Okay.
Then good for you, man. Like that's wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
One day. Oh, we're over clapping for him. He said one day. That's
One
that's
day.
literally not soon. That's not anytime. That
It's
literally
not.
means not anytime soon.
Because I would need the economic resources to revamp my entire fridge and freezer. I do not have at the moment.
That literally means he's too broke to do it, folks. We get college slang, Rich. We don't have to be like PC about it.
Student loans, Rich.
Exactly, for
Yo.
student debt loans, bro.
Yeah,
I'm over here saying the
Facts,
most complex
facts.
BS. I don't have the economic resources. No, I'm broke.
We're broke. It's okay.
When somebody asked me if they want change for $1, I'm like, nah,
No,
I don't have that.
no. What you want is change for the world.
Like, bro,
is what
I
you
haven't got
want.
change.
Change for the what?
World.
No, hey.
It's gonna get
You right.
deep. But on that note,
I'm still in that line if you don't use it in a poem already, so you might want to copyright that.
I will.
Can you beat me to
Copyright.
it, though? Can you beat me to it, though?
I just did.
No, you didn't.
I just wrote it
That's
down.
verbal.
What are you talking about?
Where'd you write it, Rich?
I
Show me.
He wrote
Because
it.
that pen has stayed in that same slant under this.
I said it first on this episode on a recording on a USB which I own.
Not
So
written.
You know what?
Not written, though.
Not well. You know
October
what?
31st.
That's dated, not
2017.
written.
Well, you know what, Randall? Our legal battle is gonna have to be postponed for the next episode of UAU, because right now we're gonna be piecing out.
Piecing?
Piecing.
Yeah, we're
piecing.
piecing.
Like you know when you put the peace
Piecing,
sign
like,
up?
Yo,
Don't act like you don't know
I-
what I mean, bruh.
yo,
Get at me.
no, your grammatical slang
You
is
said
off.
grammatical.
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 Yo, got some nice gourmet food. It's so gourmatical right now.
Bruh. Oh, man,
And the
you guys
show.
are great.
Ended already. There's like a little bit of cringe like that. You know, end of show cringe. We're getting to that point. Ended.
I see what you mean. You know, I'm gonna save all you guys the trouble. Guys, get back to eating your candy on this day, or even if it's the day after Halloween, eat some candy. I mean, why not? Like Milky Ways are good. If you don't like chocolate, it's fine. Julian, you have your hand raised.
Yes, recommendation is 2 shows. 1, Stranger Things. Brilliant.
Of course.
2, The X-Files. Brilliant. That's it.
All right.
And The X-Files is coming back. So,
American Horror Story is what I'd recommend.
okay.
I would recommend the show. I'm going to be watching too. American Gods.
I want to see that.
What's
I
that?
want to see that. Well, it's about American gods.
I asked the
Well,
Randall.
Greek gods. Well, yeah, American and Greek gods essentially. But
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that what channel or thing?
Showtime, right?
Or
Yeah,
stars.
I think it's Showtime.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's Showtime.
So yeah, guys,
Yeah, Stars wouldn't know what to do with it. It has to be Showtime.
the hating on stuff. Damn. All right, but I really want to thank all you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
This has been Unknown and Uncloned.
Yeah.
If you want to find us online, you can
Yeah.
at
YouTube. All right, just type in Unknown and Uncloned, and you will find us.
Facts.
And if you want to follow us on social media, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at UAU Podcast, and on Facebook at UAU TUDPN.
Deadass.
Boy,
that's right.
Back
right.
B.
facts.
So
Like a
for
fax machine.
UAU, I have been your host, Rich, along with
Julian Wilson.
Luis Christie.
And Randall Taylor.
That's right.
Peace.
Deuces.
And don't trick or treat alone.
No.
If you are.
And if you see a clown, you better run. You better run like you've never ran before.
Or just use your fake weapons.
No.
Yeah.
Use your mental weapons. 'Cause
Throw
the
the
brain
s-
is the most powerful weapon. Yeah. Yeah.
This message has been sponsored by PBS.
Have you been experiencing itching, tearing, or burning? Try my new eye drops.
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it.
I'm done.
We're done.
Yo,
done.
that price is way too high. You need to cut it. All right, that price is way too high.
Cut it. We're
7
done.
payments of $5.99.
Good night, all.
Oh my god.
At the wonderful
And
price at
enjoy.
5 Nights at Freddy's.
What just happened?
Have a great Halloween, everybody.
That's right.
Yeah, stay safe out there.
Indeed.
For real,
indeed.
stay safe. And take mad candy.
That's right.
I scared you didn't.
Nothing less than king size. Nothing.
You said it.
That's right.
You said it, Randall.
That's right.
Preach.
Yo, forget that snack size BS. All right, nobody needs that.
We don't do fun sizes anymore.
We don't do fun size. We don't do that. I think that's what I meant to say. It's a snack size. Everything's a snack.
All right, guys. Peace.